2K is absolutely desperate to make as much money as they can every single freaking week on this game. I just don't know what else to say than that. Every single week we have a festival now. The summer festival is ending tomorrow. Like, and generally the last few festivals, 2K's at least let there be a week between festivals before they come back and drop another one. Nope. We're getting a festival every 2 weeks now, probably for the rest of the year until they stop dropping content realistically. This is just going to be an every week thing. This is not even an exciting festival. I mean, the names themselves, DWADE's for 6'4", KG's going to be awesome, but I'm not paying $3,000 for him. Dave Cowan's fine. I'm sure he's good. J.R. Smith is going to be like the 5th best point guard in the game, and Paul Pierce is going to be like the 5th best shooting guard in the game. Do I care about this? The honest truth is I don't. I just think we're at the point this year where it's just 2K is going to try their best to squeeze every single last dollar they can out of every single person playing their game. But if you have a team that is good enough, you will be fine. There will be 1 or 2 budget cards in this festival that are high level cards, just like Donovan Clingan was in the last festival, or Tyrus Thomas was here in this last summer festival, just like Donovan Clingan was in the festival before that, just like Jason Kidd was in the festival before that. There's going to be that card or 2 in every single festival they drop that is an elite level, high level budget card that you should definitely use. Outside of that, just take the festival as an opportunity to get free 10 boxes, get some legend badges, make some MT with the methods. That's about it though, at this point, in my opinion, with the festivals. They're just a twice a month money grab at this point is what it's going to be. If nothing else, I guess it's extra content. The problem is the GOAT cards are obviously going to be completely and utterly unattainable even without spending money. The Invincible cards likely will probably also be pretty much unattainable without spending money. We'll get a few hundred overalls, and I would say probably this time every 100 overall will be available for free. If you grinded every challenge 2K provided for free last time and saved your pieces, you could get Jermaine O'Neal for free, and you could also get Gilbert Arenas. Obviously, it was cheaper than that for free. So you could get 2 of the 300 overalls entirely for free last time. I would think this time we'll probably be able to get all 3 of the 100 overalls for free. You probably won't be able to get all 3 of them, probably be able to get 1 of the 3, but you will be able to get any of the 3, I would think, this time probably. But I don't expect the Invincibles to be attainable without spending money still. And here's the honest truth. I'm not spending $300 a week on HOF boxes. I think it's a terrible idea. I highly recommend y'all don't spend money on it. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to spend money on these boxes, on these rewards. I just think it's a terrible idea, and I think y'all shouldn't either. I haven't opened a HOF box in a while, and I'm not going to, you know what I mean? Maybe I'll do a video of some sort opening them on somebody's account. I don't know. I may or may not at this point. I think there's less and less people who are starting to spend money on this type of stuff. And I think 2K is really just trying to squeeze every last dollar they can at this point. The NBA finals are starting. So, let's do a festival of champions. Okay, I guess that means we're going to get 100 overalls of players who won NBA championships is the thing about that though. So that obviously narrows down the guys who could win these, who could be these players a bit, but at the same time, there's also so many players that I'm not even really going to try to sit here and speculate about guys that we could be getting. But hopefully there's some good cards. Hopefully there's 100 overall that's attainable, that's absolutely elite. Hopefully there's a couple of quality Dark Matters. Hopefully there's that absolute budget beast like Tyrus Thomas, like Donovan Clingan, those types of cards. And if there is, then there is some positive about this. If there are cards that people can add to their squads that are attainable, I think that is a win. You know what I mean? And that, I guess, will be the case. And let's be honest, DWADE, look, he's 6'4". There's only so good he can be. Even with every single legend badge in the game, there's only so good that he can be. Now, KG can be basically as good as Giannis. He can be right there with Pettit, and Giannis is the best small forward in the game. If they give him the right animations, he could probably be the best small forward in the game. That being said, I think there are enough small forwards to where you do not need the best small forward in the game. And so I think that is absolutely, that's going to be a card that's not at all worth getting either. Paul Pierce, Cowens, and JR, they're just going to be too expensive. JR is going to be, at best, he's another LaMelo. He's another Devin Booker. He's another point guard like that, a 6'6" quality card who's a high level, but there's others like him. You know what I mean? And that's best case scenario. Not to mention, let's keep in mind, I think this is very important to keep in mind. If the Thunder win the finals, we're getting a free Invincible SGA almost certainly. here in about 2 weeks. If the Pacers win the finals, probably a free invincible Tyrese Halliburton, which would not be as exciting, I know, but still, I just think that's absolutely worth keeping in mind. I think you have to remember with point guard cards, you're probably getting a free invincible who's going to be, I would think, pretty darn good here in just a couple weeks. So I would wait on that for the point guard position. Just kind of use attainable cards between now and then. Cheaper, more affordable guys, or guys you might already have unsellable. Paul Pierce, I mean, I'm sure he'll be good. I would think anyway. Paul Pierce hasn't had a good card in my team in a few years. It has been a while since Paul Pierce actually had a good card in my team, but I guess it's possible that and in fact, I would say it's very unlikely that he's not good. In order for people to spend money on him, he has to be good. So 2K will change his jumper. He'll have a park jumper. He'll have a high level upper. He'll have a lot of what people want for a shooting guard. But again, Rudy Gay's under $1 million MT, I think. He's an absolutely nasty card. I think he's sub $1 million MT. Okay, he's a little bit over $1 million MT. He's like 1.2. Dr. J, Invincible, it's a little bit over $1 million as well. And again, I haven't even mentioned, obviously, the Rick Barrys and the Free Paul George and the Josh Childress, especially if badged, and all the other really good attainable shooting guards people are running. Peja, if you have him for other festivals, Franz Wagner, Kawhi Leonard, etc. Like, is that card necessary? No, I'm sure he'll be good. Is he going to be better than Tracy McGrady, Dr. J, Rudy Gay? No, he's not. He's going to be on that same level. Those guys are already in the game. You don't got to worry about that card. And then Cowens is interesting because Cowens is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 6'9", or is he 6'10"? He only has one card this year. He's 6'9" with similar wingspan. So he's a big, and he's a good sized small forward at 6'9", but he's not a huge big. And so here's the thing. Could he be really, really good? Absolutely. But here's the idea. Even if he is really, really good, I'm speaking for myself right now. Let's think about this Bob Pettit card who dropped already. This card has basically perfect SIGs in every way except for hardened dragback. If they were to make a clone of this card, if they were to copy all of these animations and add Levine step back for Dave Cowens, that's about the only way they could possibly make him better than Bob Pettit is. And so therefore it's like, at best, he's another card that we already have at very best. So again, not going to change the game at all. And so I just don't think people have to panic or worry about these cards. You certainly don't have to go chasing after them and, oh, I need these guys to compete. We are at the point in the year where damn near every single card 2K drops can at least compete to a decent amount if put in their right role. You do not need the best cards in the game. You do not need the most expensive cards in the game. Yes, they can be fun to play with. They're not fun enough to play with, especially with the way this game's gameplay is. They're not fun enough to play with to be worth spending hundreds to thousands of dollars for these cards. And so therefore, I mean, I'm hoping one of the Invincibles is attainable for free in this festival. I highly doubt it. We'll see if 2K maybe shifts the way the festivals are tomorrow. If they're smart, they would make this festival a little bit more accessible, in my opinion. That would definitely turn some goodwill towards 2K as we progress towards next year if they drop a little bit more attainable content and make some of these more top tier cards a little more attainable. We'll see if 2K is smart enough to do that, but if they started to do that a little bit more over the next couple months, it'd probably be good for them, especially for next year. So with that being said, we'll see what happens. I'm not thrilled about another festival, but it is what it is. It's good content for me. For the community, it's like, it's fine. There is good about it, but there's also just a lot of like, damn, y'all are greedy coming from this as well. So that being said, it's gonna do it for the video. Hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back on more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.